Oh, you I love the why today.
Are you like a sportsman, goal oriented,
I'm about to hoop.
a resting place for people? Are you music head?
Cookie.
Like, what are you about?
I'm a sportsman.
Women with substance. How long have you been a runner?
100 meters.
They don't lead with a substance. That's okay. And how many
Yeah.
years have you been running? I'm sorry?
That one is my talent and I use it to make money.
Yeah, but I was asking, how do you condition your body and your mind to maintain your running ability? We're both speaking English, but it's like they refuse to comprehend what we're saying. Do you exercise? Do you stretch?
Yes, I do exercise. I have a group that I run with and then I go to gym.
Okay. Hash is just relaxing, y'all. I love it. And that's why this is a clear mind space panel. A lot of people, you need a break throughout the day just to relax your mind. So I'm so happy that Hash could come through and get his rest. And that you can't fix, huh?
Oh, you I love.
Hey ID, how's it going?
I want to go to the Y today. I'm about to hoop.
Okay, that sounds good. Getting a good hoop set going.
Cookie.
Well, her having children is just a solo thing. It's really not your business how many different men she has her kids with. It's more so about the person. I mean, I'm sure you probably do drugs like the rest of us and you're not perfect. So, you know, you like her or you don't. People try to judge women so much more harshly when they stay with the children. You feel me? So just love, kindness. If you like her, you like her. If you can manage being a stand-in and help with those children, then do it. If that's not something that you want to bring into your world, then don't. You know, simple, no judgment zone, easy.
Um,
It's what it is. A lot of people got
why go
multiple
on
kids with
subject?
different people. It's our life. So Darren, what do you have going on? Is this a child?
Hello. Oh,
Yeah, what
nothing.
do you have?
Nothing. Just came off of work. Got off at 2 o'clock. What?
I love that realistic. I love that. I love that you don't have to medicate through life because most of us do. I'm doing it right now. I got my coffee, I drink and I smoke. So some days I go without any of it, but everybody wants to tap out from life occasionally and it ain't nothing wrong with it, but that's amazing that you are strong enough to do that. And I'm glad that you told us that. Like that's the kind of stuff that we want to hear, like, cuz everything's a decision, and you got options in life. So you showing us a great one, like a really great one, and you're showing us that it's attainable. So I love that you put that stuff in the comments. I do.
I
What is the longest time you have spent alone in the wilderness? You know what? I've got about a nature walk in the park is about good for me. I don't do like wilderness things. I like nature. I like to look at it. I like to go outside. but I don't like to fight the elements. I don't like to get dirty. So spending time in the wilderness is not for me. And then women in general alone in the wilderness, because of our pussies, it's not a place that will be alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You feel me, Hash?
Yeah. No.
You don't want to take a
So
big fat cootie cat and be alone in the woods because, you know.
so can I ask you a question?
Yeah, please.
So where are you from?
Okay. So I don't do 20 questions. We have conversations over here, but I don't do the 20 basic questions. I don't do that. But what's going on with you? Like how's your life? How was your day? Did you have your dinner? Like what's your current life about? What are you about? Are you like a sportsman? Are you goal oriented? Are you like a resting place for people? Um, are you a music head? Like what are you about?
I'm a sportsman.
I'm sorry?
I am a sportsman.
Oh, you
I
are a
like athlete.
sportsman? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can see that. I can see you playing like basketball or something. What's your sport?
Like athletic.
Oh, so you more so like weight train or run or use your physical strength as opposed to like an organized sport.
I like to run.
Oh, I like that. I love that about men like using their bodies like really because your body is like a tool too. So I love the body. I love neuroscience. So I love that you work your body. I love that you can run. A lot of people can't run. Like to run, you have to like train your heart to take it and your breathing. So I would love to like see you running. Like that's really beautiful. I really like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
How long have you been a runner?
Yeah.
How long have you been a runner?
100 meters
Okay. And how many
yeah,
years have you been running?
for 5 years.
I love that. That's beautiful. I bet you have great calves.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite parts on the men's body, like when they have shorts and they got like strong. I know it's wild, y'all. I have different turn-ons. Legs, not horse legs, but like when the calf of the leg is like smaller than like the thigh and the butt and the torso of a man, but it's so shapely and like the back of it is like firm and solid, and you can see it like flex and the hardness of it because it's so muscular. Yeah, I that is a turn on for me. Mr. Realistic also said, do I date men that make less than me at this age? I don't because I just think the partnership decision is a very big decision. And I like a man that overpowers me in every way. And so, an unequally yoked man and woman is not, it's not good for the man's decision making ability, because he'll become like emotional. It's like transfer of power. And I like my man to um, be free to be the most incredible leader. And it's his world. So it just wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm all about mindset, so I wouldn't even want a man asking me if it's okay that he makes less than me. Like, I would want a man, if he does make less than me, he meets me. I'm somebody that I try every day. So I would want him to have so much drive and passion that he would be working to make more money. So if is it okay if I make less than you? Like that wouldn't be a part of his vocabulary, you know? Like when I imagine myself, I don't imagine myself in my current state. I imagine myself in my greatest future state, you know? So I wouldn't want a man that would want to date me and be less than me in any way.
Okay.
Mhm.
What about
Like,
if I can
yeah.
try?
Huh?
What about if I can try?
So I asked, with you being a runner, like, how do you condition yourself? So to run, like, you would need to like stretch, you would need to feed yourself certain, nutrients and stuff to be able to keep your legs and stuff going. You would have to be disciplined enough to run on some type of regular basis, or maybe you've ran so much in the past on a team or something that now you have muscle memory. So like as a runner, how do you condition yourself? Like what are your
So
ways?
that first thing that one is my my talent.
Never you away.
Um, okay, go ahead, Hash.
I think that one is my talent, so I use it to make money.
I'm sorry.
That one is my talent, and I use it to make money.
Yeah, but I was asking, how do you condition your body and your mind to maintain your running ability?
I'm running with some group. Yeah.
So sometimes I feel like sometimes when Americans communicate with foreigners, we're both speaking English, but it's like they refuse to comprehend what we're saying. Now, we're speaking the same language, okay? Right?
Yeah.
And I feel
Yes.
like it's like a foreigner just completely ignoring me. And I do feel like offended by that. So I would like you to answer the question. How do you condition your body and your mind in order to be an excellent runner? Do you exercise? Do you stretch? Do you run every day for 10 minutes? Do you have a schedule of running? Do you go to the gym? Do you have a group that you run with?
Yes. I do exercise. I have a group that I run with, and then I go to gym.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you giving us that information because I was really interested in that. I really was. And I still am.
Yeah.
Um, hey, Mr. Chocolate, would you consider not wearing a weave and makeup if your partner expressed a preference? My partner would already be compatible with me. He wouldn't even be trying to talk to me if I was doing something that he didn't like, you know? I think that people that meet people and try to strip them of their things, I think that's their turn on. Like men are powerful. And some men, their kink is turning you from whatever you're doing to like a mold. And some women like to fold and
Hi.
conform to that way because
Yeah.
they could possibly already be wounded emotionally a little bit. And I don't see anything wrong with it if you're, because it's decisions, and that's why sometimes women keep repeating like a cycle of an abusive type of man. Not quotes, I'm sorry, but I put it in quotations because neurologically it's an addiction to the stress hormone or to repeating a cycle of abuse. It's an addiction. So they're doing something that no offense, but biologically and chemically and unknowingly, they're doing something that they're addicted to. And the man is also addicted to something. So it's not a true pleasure for the man or the woman. It's an addiction for the man, like overtaking something, because you have every human has a natural um desire, like food, for a feeling of importance. And then women are emotional, so we have a lot of women are love deprived, and so you kind of take what you get. It's just the world that we live in. So no offense, no judgment, just a conversation. um a lot of men love seeing women in their natural state. Yeah. And I don't wear a lot of makeup now. Like, I don't have on any makeup. But in my younger days, I did wear a lot of makeup. It was trendy. It was this and that. And some guys love it, love you to get dolled up and super high heels. And I kept, y'all know I'm a 90s baby. So back in 2012, 2015, tight skinny jeans, heels, tight t-shirt. That was like the look of every girl. And your wig and your weave. This is a wig. And so people like what they like, but I would just end my communication with the man that started telling me, "Hey, I see you like this," and start to reimagine me. I think that sometimes powerful men that want to express themselves kind of sometimes end up wanting to play both roles, the man and the woman. And me, I like to participate in my relationships and in life. I want to participate because there was a time where I wasn't allowed to participate even in my own life. And so I wouldn't date a man that dresses himself and then dresses me and turns me around and tells me to be quiet and go over that. Like, I want to do some stuff too. I want to contribute, you know. hmm And I like being a woman. Like, we have opposite things that we do that make us work well together. And I think that each person being the fullest expression of themselves will lead to greatness. But some people don't want it like that. Some people like it to overpower the other person, and they be their couple, but sometimes the one person is like the forefront of the relationship, and the woman's out to and some women like that, and they don't want to really participate or just be on a chill or just. I love, like, women naturally do like to do whatever their man say and cook and clean. I love it too, but I also like to be a woman expressed, just like I like my man to be fully expressed. And I like being the second softer, thing. And no judgment. People like what they like. If somebody likes it different, there's plenty of people that are like, take the lashes and the makeup off and this and that. And them are like, okay, well, I'll do this and I'll change and I'll jump through hoops. And if you find your mesh and you enjoy that, do what you do. I don't judge people. I understand people. hmm What hash is just relaxing, y'all. I love it. And that's why this is a clear mind space panel. A lot of people, you need a break throughout the day just to relax your mind. So I'm so happy that Hash could come through and get his rest for sure. And I'm loving the questions, Mr. Realistic. He said, would you be comfortable sharing the cost of household bills equally with your partner? Me at this point in my life, like I said, I want my man to overpower me. And I think that the cost of our entire life, I would not want to split 50-50 just because I wouldn't be able to be as weak as I would want to. I want to be weak around my man. I want to have butterflies and I want to feel like he's saving me, but that's my preference. And nobody's preference is right or wrong. You know, a few years ago, I was in a different place in my life, a more like rush, desperate, place in my life. And I was willing to do anything, even pay all the bills and try to like build a man to his greatness. But when you a woman that's paying more bills and paying 50, it's like it's like the masculine femininity, it goes to equilibrium. So then sometimes the man may slack on like, hey, could you help do some of the dishes? And now you're not doing and it's like, okay, now it's the weekend, I'm getting up ready to go exercise and you're sleeping at 12 o'clock. So it's like it's I think that that's weakens a man to me. Hmm. Yeah. And I believe in living within my means too. So, yeah. For me, I see myself where the man maybe take care of the greatest amount of the things. And I like to grocery shop. And I'm not the type to be like, can I have some money to go grocery shopping? I don't I could never see myself doing that. I'm so independent. So for me, I would just go and buy all the groceries. I love to cook. I love to clean all of the things within the home. I like to shop bulk and I like it to always be tissue, always be detergent, always be that. And I think that the way that I envision my home, I think that that would come to a 50-50. Like, let's say he's paying, and this is just me. This is not the rules. There are no rules. I like to love people. I like everybody doing them. People got different. If you're in New York City, you can't be saying, I want him to do it unless you're getting a billionaire. You're going to be 50-50, or you're going to have some roommates. So for me, and in my world, I think it kind of comes to 50-50 if I'm shopping in bulk. I love to cook. Y'all know I cook all day. I love to cook. I love to clean. I go to the grocery store twice a week for fun. I purposely don't buy everything because I like very fresh foods and stuff. And I think it's not about money. I think a lot of times people just like to have a debate, like a roundabout conversation for no reason but to stump the other person. I don't really debate, but I think that who a person is in totality, I think that's the most important thing. So the men that I have dated, honestly, like if you're at the restaurant and you try to pay, they get offended. And they're like, hold up, like it's embarrassing. Like all these people are like, why would you do? But that's me. That's who I attract. That's the people that are around me, right? And then there's different kind of people. There's different men that would prefer, I'm at this level in it, and everybody. I'm a hustler. On the come up, on the come up. That's my energy. I get my drive from Chicago, from New York. Everybody not like that. Some people are like smoother. Some people are Rasta. Some people are like hippies. Some people are stoners. Like and you just vibe up. You get your person and you vibe. Like I don't meet people and try to change them and get mad at them. Like why do this? Like I don't live my life like that. People, we were realistic with just asking me a question and I was just sharing. I don't bag on people. I don't do all that. Realistic said, how do you know when you're healed enough to pour into a man the correct way? I pour into everybody the correct way each and every day. It's not about me being healed enough to do that. It's about me being healed enough to withstand fuck shit. When I'm sitting down at a dinner table speaking to a man, showing him myself. And because guess what? 9 out of 10 are going to say something that you don't want to hear. Like everybody's not. You'll go out to date with a woman, and halfway in, I don't like this about them. Next, it's called dating. You keep going, keep going. You find somebody you like. You rock with them for 3, 4 months. Didn't work out. Keep going, keep going. It is you have to date to find your person. You know what I'm saying? And me, I'm just sensitive, and so I I like having emotions. I like getting really into a person, and I just don't want to lose myself in a person again. Hmm.
Maybe you just gotta step to the side and just focus on yourself for now. Just get you together.
Yeah,
Before you can
for
love.
sure, for sure,
That's what it sounds like to me.
for sure.
Like it's no passion. You know what I mean? That's something you know what I mean, you into, and you just
Yeah,
express it. And, you
I
know,
want to meet. I want to meet somebody, go on a date, and we just be ourselves. And we're like, hey, how are you? I'm good. How was your day? Man, it was so wow. What you got going on? Okay. Well, sure. Let me walk you to the car. Give me a hug. All right. I'm going to call you tomorrow. All right, boo. I'm going to answer. Oh my God, he called me. Now we talk like just simple. I don't want to date a man and he's trying to have a battle with me. I'm a woman. I'm not, men aren't my competition.
Be combative when they feel like a person is wasting their time, you know,
Yeah.
in a sense of like, where they may be looking for that thing, where they may be what they call it as intentionally dating, and the other person will say that they're intentionally dating, but they'll cancel this person out for like a frivolous reason. It's like, well, how intentional were you if you were willing to move on from a good person for something silly. You know what I'm saying? So I think that can cause like a lot of people to probably be combative towards one another. There's a lot of times where they've got their time wasted. Women getting their time wasted, man getting their time wasted, and their money wasted. I think we got it
Yeah.
rough. Like we got, in my opinion. Of course, I'm biased. I'm a man, but I think that when things don't work out for a man, it's much worse because you spent money and you spent time. This girl only
And
gave
I'll
you
tell
the
you.
only things you have to do was show up, and some girls can't even do that right when it
Mhm.
comes to showing up and being on time. You know,
Yeah.
so
I agree a
yeah,
1000%. I actually lost a friend because I told her, like, girl, that man, he trying to pay his bills, he trying to do this and that, and you just here to go out to eat. I don't just say yes to every man for some dinner and an Instagram picture. And you're
yeah,
absolutely right. There are women like that, but it's also good women out there that are for real, that are people don't take breaks in between a dating. So they come to a good one, and people meet people and they give them all they got, all the upsetness of everybody else, and they're like, what do you think about that? Like Mr. Realistic, when he first came on the panel, he was saying in the comments, he was saying, would you date a man that make less than you? How do you feel about 50-50 split in the bills? And he was asking me
uh huh,
about my mindset, and I was telling him, and then he was like, and I was describing the type of man that I want, and he was saying that that's him. So he's somebody that is a provider mentality. He contains a woman. He likes to contain a woman, and she make his world like beautiful and cook and children, and his home is like an energy source. So I was asking
contain is
him,
one more. What exactly does that mean? I'm sorry, not to stop you, but what is contain? What does that mean?
contain the environment so that she could do the do do her so she could do her energy thing, meaning just be there, be a rock, like be like when a man is just so in his masculinity and um shows up, says he gonna do something, do it. It's like an anchor in a woman's life so she can safely like not pay attention. She can have a baby voice because it's so orgasmic to have a man that got his head on straight, and you don't, when you as a woman have to tell your man, hey, can you take out the trash, can you do this, Like you don't want to be telling your man how to move his body when a man just like is everything to your world. It's really orgasmic,
You mean like
and
be
you
a
can
leader in
be
a sense? Is that what you're saying? Like when a man is just that leader of the house? Is that kind of
well.
what you mean by contain or?
Well, he's already a leader, but it's more so like just being fully in his masculinity, just being, coming home, being there, accepting dinner and like eating it. Some I've seen people live in a house with their husband and the man like will check out. And like everybody's in the house playing and the man just stays in his room. He doesn't participate with the family for weeks. The woman have to tell him, "Come on, babe, they out here. Can you come out and play Scrabble with us?" Like that's like
Mm, okay.
manly work, and they'll stay there, but it's like then they start nagging it, and it take away from the whole household going up because now your house is tense and you can't really your pussy can't get wet. You know what I'm saying? And so when the
Mm,
man is able to have self-control and to just be his greatest person, just you don't gotta do nothing. You just walk in and you're there. Hey babe, did you cook something? Yes, I did. I got it right here. Okay. All right, well, I'm gonna go shower, then we'll eat. Okay. And they're happy. They're like, oh my God, I'm cooking out of your phone. Like that's it.
yeah,
Like it's nothing.
you mean a guy who's
A
present,
state of
right? I mean,
being.
like I don't think that's asking a lot. I think any guy
Yeah,
who cares or loves his partner. I mean,
yeah,
for one, it's as long as you care, as long as I'm caring for you and you caring for me, those are the things
mhm,
that should be automatic. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't
yeah,
even have to be in a marriage sense. That can just be in a relationship, any relationship, period, not even romantic, right?
yeah,
Yeah, no, but okay, I completely understand what you mean. I just never heard somebody use the context of defining it as containing. You know, so I just I didn't want you to keep diving off, and then I didn't know what you was talking about.
yeah.
That's all. So how?
Differences, y'all. I don't judge people. People gonna do
Yeah,
what they want, and I support everybody being them. But for me, I believe like a woman like makes your world, which is your household, and I believe it's an energy source. So like the cooking, the cleaning, the freshness, the decor, the laundry, like the loving you, the sex and all that. Like that's like you free up a lot of the woman's energy to do those things, and you can do it with any woman. Like it's
yeah,
the
without
women
a
that you
doubt.
make them so fine but they don't got it all, but you can come into their life and be a rock without telling them how to be
Mm,
a woman, just you being you. And it's
yeah,
like if you put your stick into a plant of a woman, and then the plant kind of, if you tie it to the man, right, or the stick,
mm,
it'll form and grow just like with children. And I think that
mm, it's powerful.
a lot of times people put it on the woman to be the leader and to keep the morality and keep the this and keep the that. But I think that I want to give the power back to men. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And
Oh,
I
hey,
think
you
that people
talking?
need to, yeah, I think just people, and that's what this panel for. It's not about men and women. It's just about a clear mindset and about being healthy. We talk about neuroscience and we talk about philosophy. And philosophy is no right or wrong. Other people live their life a different way. I got a homie, and he has female tricks. Every girl he dates, they buy him Gucci this, they buy him that, and that's what he likes. And I don't blame him. He tried to date me, but it's like he'll be telling me, "Well, why don't you get me flowers?" And I'm like, "Dude, I can't, like, but I don't judge him and he don't judge me. We just know, well, he still wants to date me. I don't know why he thinks that he can date me, but I feel like it's about just having the clearer your mind, the healthier you are in your physical
Mhm.
body, then you can make the decisions. Because a lot of
Yeah,
times we sitting up here like, why they do that? Why? We're all saying, why are they acting like this? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? Men and women. But it's like, if you're not eating your fruits and vegetables, you're not exercising, you got tension in your body, as much as you want to be kind, you can't because you're uncomfortable. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? Or in the man, first is a clear mind. Um, and so a clear mind, a peaceful state of being, and somebody that's unmovable like a rock. Like They're so
Time out.
peaceful. They're so clear. Yeah.
All
Hmm.
right, so like I feel like I understand what you are saying, but I feel like can you like go into a little detail about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, with a clear mind, it's like they they listen in the conversation too. So, like they allow me to fully they allow everybody around them to participate in the communication, and they want to know what other people are saying so that they can give the best response to whatever they're saying. So they have a clear mind. They're not irritable. So they're peaceful. They're totally in control of their emotions. They're not easily upset. So they can, with their clear mind, they can make better decisions. And then I like somebody that is a rock, so like they're unmovable. So because they got their peace and their clear mind, a loud noise can happen, people can walk up on them, but they're so calm that they can hear very well. So they don't jump when people walk in the room. They can like gather the information and intelligently respond to whatever noise is. And if they can do all that, I don't have to think so much because I spend a lot of time thinking and maintaining my peaceful status because I'm a woman. I got my hormones, I get my cycle. Like there's so much. I get emotional. I have a natural desire to want, and so if they're doing that, I can be like silly, I can be carefree, I can like gush over them, I can get my baby voice, and like they are containing the environment so I can just do my little girly stuff. Like I can plant the seeds and do the flowers, and I can like, make sure the food looking good, and I could do the things that I biologically like to do. But if he don't got that, then it's like you walk in a restaurant and the woman has to be like, okay, here's the sign. It says wait for the hostess, or does it say seat yourself? And I gotta say, okay, babe, this sign says seat yourself. So let's walk over there. I feel like that's like for me, not judging, but I feel like for me, that's like moving a man's arms and legs, and I don't do that. I used to date men and I would try to like grow them, but that's offensive. They don't like it. They end up thinking it's cool, but then they'll like abuse your good intentions, or you think you're better than somebody, and it's like, okay, well, we're just not equally yoked. So I like a man that's like already got his
Already a
he's already
man. Yeah.
and I don't think it's like I don't personally, I don't think it's like a level to being a man. I think it's health and neuroscience, like having a healthy brain. You got to have fruits and vegetables. You got to exercise. You got to release the tension out of your body. Like some people haven't stretched since they were 5 years old, and they're like
Damn.
40. So they're not able to not snap on you. They're not able to not jump. What's going on? Who's over there? Shut up. You're pissing me off. Oh, you're telling me because it's like you're telling them that you want to, because the women, they got to maintain a home. They got the children. They're used to having so many responsibilities and keeping the people because they got the kids. And so they can be offending a man and they don't know why. They don't know how to communicate because they don't study science like me. And then the man, they're not emotional. So they not giving you a paragraph. If they're pissed, they're going to tell you unless they're healthy and they have stretched and they're able to hold the world while you do your shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just health, and a man and a woman got to be healthy.
So I was talking to this female the other day, I'm asking her a few questions or whatever, She said she happily single. Second thing, she was like, the first thing that low key made me mad was the thing that she said was not equality. Some females I done heard them say, you know what I'm saying, like on their qualities, like be financially stable or you know what I'm saying, like it's the word usage for me. The first thing she said was, I need a nigga who makes six figures. So what I simply did, I let her get all of the answers to each question out. And then I wanted to know personally, You know what I'm saying? What can you offer a 6-figure man if you want to be with a 6-figure man? And that's whenever she started saying stuff, and I just wanted to personally ask other questions. And I started asking her, like, what you got going on in your life, like, where do you live? And it was just like, it just wasn't making sense what she was telling me. And
You know what? Men love substance. I think they find it so damn sexy, but women don't know that. And the women with substance, they don't lead with their substance. That's the most valuable thing. And I don't, men don't, also, they don't tell women that. And once again, men aren't paragraphs. They're men. And so I think that men have to start telling them what they want. Because now the men, they're trying to say that they want some substance, but they're coming off as a challenging the woman on her qualities. And that's just because that's what men are. Men are the warriors, the fighters, the protectors. They're not the soft communicators, and which is what a woman need. They don't have to be that. But I think the men just becoming grounded, and you don't necessarily have to combat what the woman is saying. You just have to state who you are and what you want. Like, so when the woman's at the dinner and she's speaking about money, and it's like, sometimes, like, we all had a hard life, and women want rest. Like, they're emotional, so the things in life kind of hurt them, like damage them a little bit more, because they got more of the emotions. Men can kind of fee fi fo fum and put it out. They don't have to display the way that women have to literally break themselves down and fall on the floor and cry. Like, men don't have to do that. They can kind of like repair themselves inside a little bit easier. And so I think when you hear that, instead of combating what they're saying and like challenging them like you would a man, well, what about you? And do you have this? Instead of making them show more masculinity, kind of telling them, well, what's in your mind, baby? I like a woman with a little more substance. I like conversation, or just or asking them deeper questions, like, what is your health? What are 3 daily healthful things that you do? And just redirecting the question. And I think it'll demonstrate that you like more thought process, and they'll be in awe of you, because they haven't, the way you haven't seen them be like me, they haven't seen it in a man or a woman either. And everybody don't have like um a old head friend that can, sometimes your old head friend just tell you how to get money, or I was blessed to meet real women, my good woman friends that's like 50 and 40, and they could tell me how to be, like, my mentor, she is the epitome of a woman, the epitome. And so everybody don't have a friend like that. So that's what this panel is for, to have our clear space, have our clear mind, so we can go out with our friends and on our dates and just kind of like reprogram people's thought process. And they may walk away and this leaves their mind, but one day, it may take 2 3 years, but one day it'll cross their mind again, and they'll either try to be better, or maybe they won't. But the people that have a light, people that have a light and they want something better, you'll affect them just by being, and keep asking those questions. And if they can't think, then you have to leave them, because everybody don't feel like thinking. Everybody don't feel like being quiet. A lot of people get offended. That's why I just do a panel. So people want to hear me talk, they talk. But in person, I'm annoying to them, because I challenge people to be their greater self, you know? And they tell me, oh, you think you're better than people. And it's like, no, I don't. I mean, it's a way to life, You know?
Yeah, I feel that. I feel what you're saying. That means those people don't need to be around you. You know,
Yeah.
you can't take everybody with
It don't have to be the traditional man and woman. This could go for, our LGB, I don't know all the letters, but yeah, it could go for that too. You know what I'm saying? Confidence. Dating with confidence. Confidence breeds confidence. We know this from examples of our superheroes, our idols, all of these people who were so great and they exuded their confidence, and it led us to follow behind them and to do things to emulate and to practice and to do shit like that. So that same type of confidence, dating with confidence, your partner is going to feed off of your confidence. So that means for the pretty boys, you know what I'm saying? While you dappering and damning yourself, always make sure to be that third party caterer for your partner. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes girls, women do so much to where they kind of fall off the map of that self love, self care thing. So sometimes as a partner, you got to be that person to step in. And nowadays dudes like to look at it like, oh, I ain't no trick or whatever, but it ain't about tricking. It's like, hey, I see you, I appreciate what you're doing. You're amazing. Here, go get your nails done. You know what I'm saying? Here, go get your hair done. Fuck it. Here, go pamper yourself. Go, you know what I'm saying? Anything. It don't have to be a ultimate repetitive thing. Like it don't have to happen every weekend, but it helps, and vice versa for women too. Yeah. Well, your man might not like to get his nails done and all that stuff, but cater to what he likes then. Don't try to do stuff just because, you feel like, oh, well, he better appreciate this. No, do something that he will appreciate. You feel me?
you.
Dating with confidence, though. At the end of the day, confidence. Confidence breeds confidence. CBC.
No, that's
I love
real. Yeah,
that.
that's real, bro.
And that was exactly what we were talking about, like spot on. So I'm glad you came right in without even being on the panel and just like spoke your piece. And we talked too about putting
Yeah,
out what
I ain't
we think.
all day. I know what's going on in this world.
Yeah, yeah. Because people say stuff and then people acquiesce. Like people are talking around them, and you might be contributing to like a different type of conversation, but you really think something. So we like to say what we think, because if you see somebody else thinking, then other people will feel more confident to say like, just to be that leader, and like you can redirect the woman's like mindset and stuff. So I love that you just came up here and said that, Papa. That was so dope.
Yeah, man. I'm happy that I was able to contribute it. What you're doing here is amazing. We can go through all of our timelines, all of our caches or whatever, and I'm pretty sure it's a lot of BS content, trash content. So for you to be doing this with our age range or the age group is kind of like waking people up. So, I kudos, and whenever I can pop in and do what I do. Being I just got off this band, I'll probably be a little more present. But yeah, man, it's dope. This dope, man.
Well, I'm glad you came through, Papa. Whenever you come through, you definitely got the floor, y'all, because Papa busy, baby. He in and out.
Yeah, I'm finna go troll somebody live or something. I ain't on nothing.
Okay.
They done let me off the band. I'm finna go troll somebody.
Okay, I'm gonna be trolling tonight, 9 to 2 a.m. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and end the panel. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, 3 to 5 Central Standard Time,
Peace.
y'all.
Okay, all
Peace.
right.
Yeah.
Thank you for hosting us. Have a good one, Kitty.
You too. Nice meeting you guys.